Perhaps the greatest ability possessed by Perhaps the greatest ability possessed by humans is to innovate and create in order to overcome obstacles and change the world around us. Like the
Check. It was an interesting video, right? It really puts in perspective the humankind has, the journey humankind has taken in the field of innovation and technology. Good morning, everyone. It's a beautiful day, right? So, how many of you have actually ordered something on Flipkart Big 10 sale today? Anyone? Maybe you can do it on your mobile. That's mobility. Does Flipkart or Amazon suggest what you have to buy based on your previous purchases? Yes, it does. It's mainly because of analytics. And does Facebook ask you to tag picture automatically of your friends? That is image analytics. And did anyone happen to play Pokemon Go? Okay. That everyone has their hands up. Okay. That's augmented reality or mixed reality. So people are still coming in. We still have not discovered the technology to transport people from plant to NMEC in a second. We're still working on that. Please wait. However, technology is evolving in such a rapid pace that it is getting integrated into our lifestyle without even our knowledge.
So on those thoughts, may I request Sharma-san, who heads IT operations team, to welcome this August gathering.
Thank you, Sukriti-san and Abhilash-san. And very good morning to everybody. So from TKM side, today we have invited Shekhar-san, Horniche-san, Asane-san, Ketkele-san, and vice presidents, general managers, DGMs. And from TCAP, we have Takuchi-san and Mohan-san joining us. And we also have our technology partners and members and colleagues supporting us. So let me have a warm welcome to you all for the first TKM IT Innovation Fair. Thank you for making time and coming over. And today, in our show today on a fair, we basically will be showcasing technologies that we have used to build solutions, considering our TKM business use cases. And also, we would be showcasing the technologies that are currently trending in the automotive sector. So we expect this to be interesting to you all. So request you to please go through the fair and give us your feedback. Thank you very much.
With that welcome, we now call upon Keshava-san to share with us an overview on innovation and IT fair.
You have seen there is only beginning for innovation. Because generations after generations, a lot of innovation happens. So keeping that legacy, we thought that we should also innovate and contribute to TKM. Good morning. Warm welcome to first edition of IT Fair in TKM. Today I will briefly touch upon the key predictions in the IT field. Some of the technologies, of course I cannot do justice to all the technologies which are on there because of the time limit. Maybe I will probably cover maybe 2 or 3, just to give you perspective what technology means for all of us. And briefly on the IT Innovation Fair itself. So all of you know that digital is disrupting everything. It is changing everything. All the technologies are changing, or new technologies are coming. If I take my own example, I started my IT career 32 years back. The rate of change of technology today, it's unimaginable. So we used to write COBOL program for 10 years. Today that situation is not there. Technologies are changing every 3 months. So our ability to adopt to the new technology is not just only for individual, even for the organization is applicable. IT is moving from just a back office to the front office, more focusing towards the customers. More and more consumerization of IT made IT job more difficult, because the ability to understand the technology by user is much, much higher. Earlier, IT used to tell, this is what you can accept, but I don't think today it is like that. Things have changed substantially. Today's IT systems is not just internal IT systems, it's internal plus external. If you see the lot of applications today hosted out of cloud, multiple clouds internally. So we need to integrate all of them. So a lot of challenges for the IT, but they're very good, but not good also. Everything is becoming digital. I don't think anybody today don't use the word digital in any aspect. That's the state of technology today. And it has become very complex to understand the whole of these technology and implement to the organization. I will touch upon some of the predictions based on the Gartner. There will be 4 billion internet users by 2020, and 2 billion of them will be doing shopping online. 26 billion devices will be connected. Just imagine the amount of data that will pump in, what kind of systems we need to grasp this data and analyze and use it in our day-to-day life. 100 million people purchase using augmented reality. We have today in the fair, we can check what is augmented reality. So we must be wondering, we continue to use the web permanently. That is not so. 30% of the browsing will happen without the screens, maybe with a voice, virtual screens, and virtual private assistants. 20% of the mobile apps will be abandoned, discontinued, will be replaced with super apps and progressive web apps. 10% will become a conversational system. You can talk to them, but they will respond to you, they'll answer you. So I heard that in future, we'll talk to these devices more than to our spouse. That will be the situation in the future. So IoT is going to save almost $1 trillion globally. Good news for employees, 40% of the healthcare cost can be reduced using the wearable fitness devices. And 20% of the activities, we will be closely working one of the digital giants like Apple, Microsoft, Facebook, Amazon, etc. If you look at the data, there is unprecedented data growth. In 2005, 2.5 exabytes of data generated in a day. Just to understand what is an exabyte, 5 exabyte is equal to all the words ever spoken by humankind in all languages in the world. Just imagine, this is the size of the data we are talking. And over 500,000 new devices connect to the internet every hour. Global internet traffic is running at a speed of 220 terabytes per minute. And we send more than 2.5 million mails every second. So you can go through the internet today, that gives you the live feed of what's happening in the internet. 90% of these data is created in the last 2 years. Most of these data is unstructured, like video, music, that kind of data. So data is the fuel for the digital era. From now onwards, I will touch upon some of the technologies. So we will be showcasing in the IT fair today and tomorrow. Big data, analytics, artificial intelligence, and machine learning. So what is big data? So voluminous data, I think I have just spoken, the exabytes of data, and velocity, the real-time data, and the variety, it could be structured, unstructured, internal to organization, external to organization like social media, those kind of things. How do you bring all these data together and make a meaning out of it? That's where the analytics comes into picture. So there are various stages of analytics, from reporting what happened yesterday to predictive and perspective, what is going to happen tomorrow. But in TKM, we are just in the initial journey of this analytics. So this is going to change the world. The last one is artificial intelligence and machine language, which gives a smartness to everything. This is the most disruptive technology today in the world. Almost every service vendors, they're talking of artificial intelligence and building those features into their products. And this AI can actually understand, learn, predict, adopt, and act autonomously. So below I said, almost everything become intelligent. It could be autonomous vehicles, it could be robots, drones, chatbots, enterprise apps, smart sensors, smart applications, and smart security. Just to illustrate what autonomous means, some scenario. Example, you are in autonomous, you are driving an autonomous vehicle. It shows you the yellow alerts. Generally we ignore when we start driving if it is a normal car. But autonomous car, it sends you the SMS. But further you ignore, it sends an email. Even then, do you know what it will do? It will take you to the dealer. That is the kind of intelligence we are talking. Another example I can give on the autonomous. We have autonomous vehicle combined with a drones. But it's very difficult to use drones to deliver the parcels to the last mile. So these autonomous vehicle drives, and when the nearest address comes, these drones go out of these vehicles and deliver and come back. So that is the kind of change happening in terms of technology. See, other big technology change happening in the world is virtual reality and augmented reality. So what's VR? It immerses the user inside the synthetic environment where users cannot see what's happening outside. But the opposite of this is the AR. It superimposes the digital objects into the real world situation. So meaning users can see the real world and the digital objects together. Some of the applications are education and training, which we can use, product development, maintenance, and marketing and sales. Finally, gaming, I think all of you know. Pokemon Go is the basically AR-based game. There's a lot of opportunity to improve the customer satisfaction using these technologies. Internet of Things, I think all of you know much better than me. There will be 26 billion connected devices globally by 2020. India has 200 million at present and expected to grow up to 2.7 billion by 2020. Everything gets connected. It will be customers, or factory, employees, supplier, dealers. The issue is building a physical and digital world. Example, how to interconnect IT and OT. OT could be the operational, like our GLC, those kind of things. How to integrate and make meaning out of it. Similarly, if you talk about the car, telematics, how to get the information from the car directly and take action, such kind of things. So IoT is going to change the way we work. And the next one is on the mobility. There will be 2.97 billion mobiles in the world. If you see the number of apps, today the top 5 companies put together is about 5.8 million apps today. Can anybody look into these 5.8 million apps? Hardly we use 5 apps, each one of us, not more than that. Even though sometimes we download more than 50, 60, but we don't use them. But there's a big shift in this. As I said, super apps is the concept which is coming in, where each domain-wise some kind of app will come. That is the first change. Second thing is the lightweight, progressive web app. Coding once and delivering into many devices. Today we need to code for each of the mobile operating system, which is very expensive. So from that point of view, I think we are shifting away from this. So which will cost benefit. Cloud, all you know, as in more data grows, and there is a need that systems should be available 24/7. So most of the application data moving towards the cloud. There are many types of clouds I don't touch, and multiple ways of deploying the cloud. It can be private cloud, public cloud, and hybrid cloud. For security reasons, at present, TKM would like to promote hybrid cloud. This is what TMC also promoting. In terms of adoption rate, I think currently it's $111 billion globally, which will touch up to $220 billion by 2020, meaning we have no choice except to adopt the cloud technologies. There's a lot of benefits out of the cloud. I think I told you what is changing, what we need to do. So we would continue to explore the new technology through innovation and adopt these to the TKM organization for the benefit. Adopt these new technologies and create a new generation and intelligent IT platform and support TKM's vision of achieving technology number 1. I will very briefly touch upon the IT fair, what's our objective and what we are trying to do. Basically to educate and expose our members on the new technology. There was no platform till today. I think first time we are trying to create this kind of platform to members. So this may trigger members to give new ideas so that we can work together. And we have 20 various types of technologies being showcased today. I will not go through into this. Apart from that, we have a technology sessions. We have 4 sessions. I'm very happy to tell more than 400 members have registered for these sessions. It's an overwhelming response. We thought there will be almost 50 members for each session, but it's more than 100. We have to increase the capacity. I really thank you and appreciate all of you. So what was our approach? So 1 year back, actually, we were blank. We had nothing. So we started with changing the mindset of our members. We trained them how to innovate within their given time. We have not created any special team for innovation. They need to do their job. They also do innovation. So we created. So last year, we allowed members to bring some ideas and did some proof of concepts. Those things we are showcasing today for all of you. So we have 4 zones and 4 themes and 17 exhibits. 17 partners are work very closely with us. All of them volunteered and invested and then showcasing. I really thank all of you. Big round of applause to all of them. Special thanks to IS team. They worked day and night to starting from conceptualization of innovation till today to showcase what is to all of you. And also would like to thank TK management giving this opportunity to showcase this technology and organize this IT fair, and NMEC who given this facility for all of us, and HR and admin who supported us wholeheartedly. And finally to the event management who have erected the beautiful hall here, beautiful facility for all of us to enjoy. Thank you. Let's participate and enjoy the IT fair. Thank you.
thanks Keshava-san for the wonderful journey into innovation. These are really very exciting. The times we live in, actually. Yeah.
So what are we waiting for? Let's get this fair started.
So let's start the fair by lighting the lamp. So I request Shekhar-san, Horinochi-san, Asaini-san, Takechi-san, and Mohan Kumar-san, Keshava-san, Ketkale-san to light the lamp to throw open the IT fair.
Yeah, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, all my colleagues here at Toyota, and all the people who are taking part in this fair, all the partners in this particular innovation fair. Welcome to all of you. It's my particular privilege to address you all on this occasion, and I think it's a mighty happy occasion too. I didn't expect that this would be on this magnitude and scale. And I am deeply impressed by the little that I've seen as I walked in to this area. Yes, I saw the robot and I saw a few other things on my way in here. I think by way of prefatory remarks or by way of remarks for this particular 5-minute session of mine, all that I wish to say is digital is here to stay. It's going to become a way of life. And for many of us who are not from the IT world, we always look upon it as a boon when things work and as a curse when it doesn't work. When your computer hangs, you say, I mean, what the hell is happening? And when everything is fine, you say nothing like this. This frustration becomes even more evident when we do simple things in life like making a payment, trying to set up a beneficiary account, when we want to do a Paytm transfer or a MobiKwik transfer and the money doesn't get accepted at the other end, then we begin to feel the frustrations. But when it does happen, we feel an immense sense of relief, an immense sense of satisfaction. At the height of the demonetization, I did go around, I did set up the Paytm app on my phone, and my happiest moment was when I was able to give a tip of $100 to my barber, and he accepted it, and he accepted it with a smile. And he said, this is what I want, and he was very happy, I was very happy. And the point that I want to really make from some of these examples is, that IT is very, very good provided we can make it work in real life. I think in our day-to-day life, this needs to find application. As I was coming in, I saw something on the safety aspects, that when a person enters a particular area, there is a sensor that beeps out asking him to be careful, or for him to wear his cap, or for him to wear appropriate gear and then enter a particular work area. I think where it can help is in promoting safety. And I think the more we can do in terms of using IT applications to promote safety, I think we should go to the fullest extent. I think this is something that, in fact, I think we had an accident not too long ago in our own factory when somebody stepped into an area where they ought not to have stepped in. And they got hurt by the tow motor, I think. So I think such applications is what we need to engage with. Let me move on to a slightly different aspect. I remember in my, when I did my chartered accountancy, there was a concept that was taught to me. It was called the expected value of perfect information. Now I think there will be perfect information delivered by the IT applications that are coming up, by the various technologies. At the end of the day, it also comes with a cost. And we, in our businesses, have to evaluate whether getting that perfect information is worth the cost. And I think that's an equation that we need to keep in mind always. Where safety is concerned, there is no cost evaluation. Safety is paramount. But in other applications, I think that we need to apply our mind and to keep this factor in check. Turning to one other aspect that I thought deserves mention, particularly as we all belong to the automobile industry. And these are the winds of change that are enveloping the industry that we are engaged in, that is today our bread and butter. The government of India, in its enthusiasm to curb pollution, to curb the outflow of foreign exchange, to make India's dependence on fossil fuels less and less, has kind of mandated that by 2030 we should turn electric, that all cars will be electric in India. That's what the power minister has said. Obviously, this is not, I mean, while one appreciates and lauds the government for putting out a vision like that, I think in practical terms, we are going to see a world in which internal combustion engines have to coexist with electric vehicles and with hybrid vehicles. Now, I don't want to turn this into a discourse on the merits of one versus the other, but I think the broader point that we have to understand is how do we use technology, how do we use innovation to introduce different types of vehicles in our day-to-day life, and to co-opt different technologies so that different types of transport can coexist harmoniously. I think I also saw another app here which actually went model by model and told you, for example, for an Etios or for an Innova, what are the different types of parts, what is the distribution. Now obviously if you had electric vehicles or you had hybrid vehicles, that distribution would dramatically change. So I think it would also give us an opportunity to try and study the impact of such change at a macro level. And this is where concepts like big data, etc., would come in. And I think this is where we need to apply ourselves to the task of how we change the transportation model that India runs on. India is going to change, and it's going to change the way it's running its transportation systems. But this is not going to happen overnight. This is going to happen over time. And I think that time is going to transcend 2030, 2040, and maybe even 2050, which is a vision that Toyota Motor Corporation has put out. And I think that's the vision that is going to play out, and that's the vision that I believe is going to succeed. And that vision can only succeed with IT innovation and the IT fair such as this, gaining more traction and more application, particularly with common people. So with these few words, ladies and gentlemen, let me conclude my little talk to all of you. And I want to thank and congratulate all the teams who made this IT Innovation Fair a success. And I wish you all the best in all the dissertations and all the understandings and all the little workshops that you have created. And that's going to roll out in the next couple of days. With this, thank you very much for giving me a patient hearing.
Shekhar-san, may I request you to be on the stage, please? Now I request Keshav-san to felicitate our Vice Chairman.
We now request Asani-san to address the gathering.
Good morning. Thank you very much to gather this fair. And first of all, I really appreciate all technology partners to support us. Today, we will have 17 exhibitions. Some of new technology we already adapted or in progress. We put the sign of each booth already adapted, in progress, and future. So you can easily understand the current status we exhibit today. So I want you to proactively consider what technology we can yokoten, or especially future technology. Please consider introduction positively. And I hope this fair to contribute to inspire all of your innovative thinking and contribute to our company capability improvement. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Asane-san, for your direction. We will definitely keep it in mind. So I would like to thank everyone one more time for being here on this auspicious occasion. So we have a couple of requests for you. We'll move on to the stall now. Please remember to vote for your favorite solution at the end of each zone. We have 4 zones here. At the end of each zone, we request you to vote for the best solution so that we can recognize them. And the second one is we have divided the seating area into 4. So there will be one leader who will be guiding you through all the stalls. So right side will be group 1, which will be escorted by Shashi-san. He's standing right behind you. Group 2 will be escorted by Shastri-san, who's behind the group 2. And group 3 will be escorted by Ritesh-san. And group 4 will be escorted by Sharma-san. He's there in the front. So thank you once again. We request you to proceed to the stall and enjoy the fair. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, no? So you had to come to before that I spoke up.
It's okay.
Okay, no?
It's good actually. Otherwise you'll keep waiting for just to say one thank you.
Everyone is interested to see you, so don't worry.
So that's all for the day, no? That's all we'll get out of the stage. We'll have one photo, we'll ask somebody, we'll ask Mohan to take.
Yes. Yeah.
So when a customer come to the gate, we by using the RFID, we attract to the customer discount.
From here, it will be go to the customer or dealers. Okay. So we understand that you have a yard management will managed, but you have some main points in taking your vehicles to your maintenance area. So you want to track the vehicle, what when it is coming, when it is going out, and how long it is taking in the yard. That you have paying for it. So we also
Sorry? Yeah, by using the RFID, the lead time or the point by, we can track the lead time, point by. Yeah, finally, we can put it on the reports. So you will get if you understand.
So that is all the programmable logic. Okay, so if you are connecting Watson behind it, so Watson has a feature called personal techniques. So based upon the language which you are talking, the tone of the voice, the type of words we use, etc., you can actually tell them, okay, you are now in an angry mood or you are in a jovial mood, etc. That actually helps you to drive this action. So that's basically.
That is all programmable.
That's all.
What kind of language, what kind of words, what kind of. The thing is, everything is the programmed or it is taught that how to react in case of.
The way it's done is, in the background, there is basically an engine which recognizes certain voice and certain usage of words. Realistically calculated, and based upon the probability, it actually goes back and says that okay, it is basically more tending to be an angry person. Okay?
And some kind of intelligence.
It has.
There is an API called tone analyzer, which will be like the API is running, it will be able to analyze which tone we're talking.
So Watson has around 24 APIs. So one is speech to text, text to speech, etc., etc. Tone analyzer is another one. Then it
ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಆಟೋಮ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ ತೊಗೊಳುತ್ತಂದರೆ ಇವಾಗ ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದರೆ ನನ್ನ ಕೈ ಹೀಗಿದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಈ ಕೈ ಬೀಳಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಆ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಸಾಲ್ಯುಬಲ್ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಅದನ್ನ ಎತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕೆಮಿಕಲಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಮಾತ್ರ ಕರಗುತ್ತೆ ಅವಾಗ ಇದು ಹಿಂಗೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಕರಗುತ್ತೆ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ನಾಟ್ ಇನ್ ಮೆಟಲ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ Sir, almost all real-time thermoplastics, ABS, PC, and all basically.
Okay, but not able to coordinate. Sorry, no, of course my pronunciation is not good. But, yeah, very surprising technology. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Show the white. You can see white. Yes.